Hello, and welcome back to Mr. Anderson Plays Virtue's Last Reward. Last time we were digging around in the director's office, and we had to do a few things. But before we do anything with the card, I have a feeling, the card book over here, I have a feeling we have to do something with this. Let's see. I know we're supposed to take that. It's supposed to make something. It's supposed to make a letter. But, we'll get to that later. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. There's actually a lot of little small things in here. Tablet. Looks like you got the tablet to turn on. Look, something showed up on the screen. We don't have the password right now. I have a sneaking suspicion I know what that is. I think it is help, because the other four words that are being shown to us are ELP, and there's nothing but yelp and help that could be. So we're going to check that. Boom. I smart. You did it. Good work, Sigma. Take a look at the screen. Huh. What's this? Looks like the password for the safe. Awesome. Now we can open it. Okay. So let's take a look at this actually. So we're gonna go to archive here. We already got the safe. So we need to get the thing that had to do with this. Injection gun, business card, here we go. Bob, Chris, John, Tony, Ian, Michael. So let's do this. So it looks like Bob, Chris goes in the middle, Chris, John goes where Kate is, Ian goes below John. I think this is going to give us the secret one. And Tony goes right here, am I right? Tony, yes. And then Michael goes right here. I have no clue what that is. So, of course, we have another thing to do. Carol likes being on the left and prefers to be near Bob. So Carol likes being on the left and prefers to be near Bob. So Anne prefers to be near Bob, and Ellen would like to be above Anne. So let's say that Anne's right here. Ellen would be above Anne. Carol likes being on the left, so we'll keep Carol there, because it doesn't say anything about her height privilege there. Sophie likes to be on the very right. Sophie likes to be on the very right. And then Kate likes to be next to Michael. There you go. I didn't even have to cheat to do that. I think this is right. Then let's look at the other side. Maybe the shapes mean something now. Okay, let's have a look at the back of the business cards. Book 334. Book 334. Okay. It says book 334. What does it mean? Well, a book is a bunch of pieces of paper that are bound together with... I know what a book is. Okay. what do we have? Do we have anything that's 334? I'm confused. 3? 3? 4? I don't get it. Anyway, I don't get that. Let's put in that pass right here then. Ah, safe just like before. There's got to be a way to open it. Should we just punch in the password? Why don't you try and find it out? Pass, safe director's office. So, moon, sun, star. Moon, sun, star. Good job. It opened. Good work. Alright, time to see what's in the safe. Hey, Mr. Sigma. Why is he whispering? I know that stuff's important, but aren't you, curious? About what? Grandpa's picture, the one in front of the facial recognition thingy. Don't you want to look at it? But come on, hurry. Good point. I actually was thinking about that. Who is this girl? Hey, stop. That's a cane. She's just a girl. Is she your granddaughter? No. Well, who is she then? Is that... Damn it, fine. You've already seen her after all. Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a long time. Is that who I think it is? No, you've got it wrong. But you carry that picture everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen you leave it somewhere. And when you don't think anybody's watching, you talk to it. I've seen you do it. Is it Junpei? Didn't mark you for a hopeless romantic, Tenmayuji. Look, it's not about love. I'm not a goddamn romantic. Okay. You don't want to talk about her. I get it. Very strange. So, I'm kind of confused. Book 334. Does it have something on the back of these cards? Wonder what that means. So, what if we put in... I don't get it. 334. Because I know we're missing something. I know we're missing something for that one. If I can't get it right away. Combine? You cannot combine these items. 334. Is there anything on here that I'm not seeing? I don't know. That's odd. No idea what this thing is. Okay, so I guess that's for another thing. We still didn't do anything with this either. What's the slingshot for? Okay, I'll just use the slingshot too. Whoa, hold on there. Do you actually have something to fire? Oh, no, I guess I don't. What are you going to shoot at then? With mind bullets. It's called telekinesis, Sigma. Anyway, I figured it'd slip your mind like anything else. Here, I grabbed this off the floor earlier. Take it. Oh, this is the key we used to start the facial recognition device. Thanks, man. I guess we don't have to use any my special psychic powers after all. Here goes. Aiming. 3, 2, 1. Fire. Whoa, nice aim. You got it right in the center. Did that actually do anything? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. What's this? A large wooden credenza. Oh my god, things on the floor are a pain in the ass to look at. Is that just to show me something? Okay, so I guess I'm not looking at that because it's not letting me really look at it. I don't understand what the point of that was. And what was the point of this? Oh, wait. Huh? It changed. That looks like a puzzle. It's a silhouette puzzle called a tanagram. Okay, oh. No idea what it is. Let's give it a shot. We have to make, one of those weird, shape thingies, that they were showing. Can we move it? Okay, yeah, we can move it. One of those, like, hedron thingies, right? So wait, what was it that we had to do? The puzzle's hard. I can feel my brain go in the mush. You can do it. So wait a minute, let me look here. We gotta make one of these. So that's like basically two triangles next to each other. One upside down one. So if we can just do this. Oh, wait, okay, I can. Okay, cool. Yeah, this could be a pain. Okay. I guess this is the way they get the secret file. I don't know if I even need the secret file, to be honest with you, but I guess for, like, completionist sakes, I guess I should, you know, all that good stuff. And I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to let anybody down. Okay. So, what about... wait a minute. So do I do it like that? This is really floaty. I'm not a huge fan. Okay. Is this right? I hope it is. And then we have to get the other one. Oh, okay. I think this is right? This, oh, no! You dicks. Oh, no. Oh, I had it, too. I fucking had that, and it decided... I hit the right button by accident. You fucks. Yeah, this is really floaty, and it's just not good news right here. And I just wonder if it's even worth the hassle of, you know, doing it. But, you know, I guess I will. I gotta go like this, and then maybe rotate this like that? Yeah, I think... I don't know. I'm not too good at this. Yeah, I think this is right, yeah. And then we'll get it to like... Oh, this is really floaty. There we go. And then... Oh, God. I wish I didn't do that, because I'm an idiot. I don't know. How did I have this before? I'm an idiot. I know this one has to go like, what, this? Right? Right? I don't know, I don't think I'm doing this right. I'm just a big dumb head. I think I am doing this wrong, completely wrong. Oh no, come on. Everyone's probably yelling at me like that's the wrong shape, bruh, and I'm probably like, oh, I'm just messing this up, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is definitely the wrong shape. Okay, so let me just write a memo. It's supposed to look like, you know, get rid of that shit, we don't need that. It's supposed to look like this. Okay. I wish I could have this open while doing it, you know what I mean? Alright, so I want to make this like that. I wish I can just take all the pieces all at once and then just make them do my will. Okay. Memo. Wait a minute. So it has to go... Okay. Return. How come I know I'm doing this wrong? How come I just want to say fuck this and just move on? I might just want to say fuck this and just move the hell on, but you know, everything inside me saying, you know, I can't just say fuck this and move on. Like, everything inside me saying is, it's keep going. All right, so we're gonna do this. Alright, that looks right. Okay. So, but we need to get it up. We need to move this up. And then we need to straighten it out just a tad. And then we're going to move this up. My old professor used to make games like this, and I can't stand these things. Like the make the shape thing. It's kind of annoying. Alright. Because I guarantee you it's not going to recognize the shape. Okay, so now we need to move all these pieces out. But we're going to have to keep them in the same positions, essentially. We just have to rotate them. Which is going to be a pain. Yeah, because of that. Alright. This is probably wasting so much time for a gold file that I probably don't care about. Okay, so... we're going to go like that. And we're going to move it. And then we're going to have to... man, this is stupid. I don't like this at all. Alright, there's that. Alright. Probably not even gonna... if it doesn't recognize the shape, I'm going to just... throw this thing out the fucking window because I'm not doing it. If you guys want to know what the golden file says, just buy the game yourself. I'll try my darndest after I get near the ending to read all these files to you or get as many files as I can. But yeah. Okay. That's that. And then we go like this. If the controls were a little bit better on like this, yeah, it'd be good, but they just aren't. They're just not very good. Thrilling puzzle shaping. Alright, that should be it. Boom. There you go. Oh yeah, who's the man? That was amazing. How'd you do it? That puzzle was really hard. Well done, Sigma. That was pretty impressive. So what did we get? Look, there's something on the screen. IILP. What does that mean? I have an idea. IILP. Boom. I think this gets us the golden file. Looks like it worked. Good job. That was awesome. The screen changed. Alright, moon, sun. Hey, it looks different than before. The symbols are different, and they're in different places. Alright. Now we can go back. What was it again? Archive, pass, moon, sun. Okay. Check. Boom. And there you go. We got the golden file. It's open. Alright, let's move on. I think we're good here. Where's the key? I grabbed the key, a credenza. I thought I grabbed the key out of here. Where are you going, Sigma? That's no point in going back out. You do know that, right? Okay. Shut up. The door lock. It has a keyhole. Where's the key? I know I got the key. Wait a minute. Did I not? Wait a minute. I swear I grabbed the key. Moon. I thought I already got the key. Moon, star, sun, star. Did I not grab everything in here? Or did I? Oh yeah, I didn't grab it. I didn't grab them because I wanted to get everything else. Looks kind of empty this time. There's only 2 things in here. First, we've got the ambidex room. AB room cards. These must be the star cards they were talking about. There are 2 of them. You guys take one, I'll take the other. Right. We're a pair, so we only need one for the 2 of us. The other thing is, the key as usual. Yes, now we can get out of here. Alright. Great, no point in sitting around, let's go. Alright, let's blow this popsicle stand. We saw that picture of a cane. Is he really Junpei? Or, I don't know, the door lock. It says lock right now. You guys ready? Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Why are they? I don't understand why they're so dramatic. And everything is always to like the last second. They always have to do it. It's kind of stupid. Here we go. Who names their kid Sigma anyway? I mean, who would name their kid that? Like a real name, like Sigma? No. Damn it. What's wrong? I left something in the director's office. The photo. What was it? The picture. How could I forget it? Well, yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing. Yeah, I'm going back. You 2 go on ahead to the warehouse. I want to come with you. Me too. No, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting. Alright. I'll see you 2 later then. Right. Bye, Mr. Sigma. I watched them jog off towards the blue door. And then they were gone. Guess I should be getting back then. Yep, leave those kids to what they're doing. Perhaps that's another grandkid. Maybe it's a grandkid of Temuji as well, like Mark is. Maybe he isn't Junpei. Doesn't look like Junpei. Don't look like Junpei. I really hope they don't do any more of those shape puzzles. That was kind of annoying, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Vi and Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. Ambidex room. That Dio, he's always a slippery little snake. An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin. There, happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You're a douche. You see, I can be considerate. But Temiyuji and Quark aren't here. Yeah, where are they? I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick. Then they'll be here a few minutes. No big deal. I hope they'll be back in a few minutes. While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we investigated. 1 minute, I have a cough. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unveiling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down and wait. How shitty would it be if they were dead? Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmayuji and Quark were nowhere in sight. Don't you think they're taking a little long? Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them? I'll go have a look. Then I shall accompany you. Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away. Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster. What? I don't think... Okay. That's my reaction. Look, I'm just going to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Famous last words. Right, guys. See you later. I gave a quick goodbye. Ooh, give me one more second. And gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Sorry about that. I have a cough. Now my hands are all slippery. Yeah. What are we gonna find Quark and Tenmyuji doing? Hopefully nothing weird. Tenmyuji's not really a gilf, so... It's funny, the books are back on the shelf. No one in here? Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone, though. Temiyuji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, it's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. Huh, looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot, might as well head back, I suppose. I packed up the map and was headed towards the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light on before. It's a teleporter. What? Why is this thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously towards it. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it. Slowly, slowly. It's a hologram. So you finally made it. No, I am Zero. I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. Oh, I thought it was Captain Harlock. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will, therefore, be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond. Consider taking a swing at him, but decided that was particularly futile and kept my balled fist at my side. Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites in my cock puppet named Zero's Jr. Huh? In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. Imagine you look toward rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important, in a way, and will determine your fate. So I ask you to listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural insects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So they are following some sort of plan as they build. Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create, but a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. Are you comparing us to termites? We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds. I guess this is his master plan. Now consider humans. Why are we alive? Because we breathe. Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine, programmed by millions of years of human DNA. Yes, shared knowledge. No doubt you see now that this an analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say, humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant that we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we are likely building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, that's enough of that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediate, meaningful to your life, and in fact the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you. It is the password to disarm bomb number 1. Okay. Alright, so... Bomb! Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is... Alright. B, Q, Z, R, G, J, G, J, D, X, R. Okay. All right. So let's make sure I did this. B, Q, Z, B, Q, R, G, J, D, X, R. We got it. Thanks to sticky notes. I have no idea what he's talking about. What bomb? Someone set up the bomb. What was he saying? There were bombs too? If he guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it. That is the last of my information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately. I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss. Wait. God damn it, you can't just spat all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at empty air. The hologram had disappeared. Ugh. What kind of idiot does he take me for? Termites? Look, the puzzle solved itself. Other dimensions? How could they have done anything to do? How could they have anything to do with kidnapping? Oh, the books. 3, 3, 4. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I guessed it anyway. I kicked out a nearby shelf. 10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline is passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Ah, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. We still don't know where they went. Quark and Temayuji. I spun around and ran out of the room toward the warehouse. I wonder if they saw it too. Grandpa, look, Mr. Sigma's back. Took you long enough. I wonder if they saw it. They probably won't say anything, of course. Pan. Where are the others? In the AB rooms. They went in already. Yup. Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me? Yeah. Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what. Oh? Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you that we're going to choose ally this round. That's it. And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want. True, but we got something to back it up. Just hear me out. Okay, go ahead. Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on home stretch. So what do we need to get that magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick. You'd get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points. Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points. True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you choose betray to protect yourselves. But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray. Can I trust you? Of course. Well, he's been good a couple last times. Alright, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this both ally and everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave. Which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open up the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch? I can guarantee it. How? I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. Alright, 10. I believe you. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape. I swear too. I promise. Well, I'll take your word on it. Man, so all you've got is a promise, huh? Well, when I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me. Please, you've got to trust us. Alright, fine. I'll trust you. 2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. Let's do this. We're counting on you, Sigma. You gotta choose ally. You promised. With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right. Alright, here I go again, on my own. Well, I guess I should get moving. Alright, let's do this. What do you think, guys? Can we trust 10? Can we trust 10, Mayuji? 1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes. They really don't have anything to lose. And if they did betray, that would just be out of pure malice. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Temayuji? Well, I couldn't believe they were telling the truth, and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. It'd be much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try to escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. But, please, you've got to trust us. You gotta choose ally. You promised. Temayuji I could betray easily enough, but Quark, what the hell was I going to do? 10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. We're gonna pick ally, guys. 9, 8, 7. Yeah, I get it. Come on. We don't have to wait till last second. Come on. Well, sheets to the wind. Sheets to the wind. Round 3 of the Ambidex game has completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now open. I'm going to let this episode run out to its ultimate conclusion. And that would be the Tenmayuji ending. We still have about 19 minutes left, so we should be good. Yep. Results are displayed. Alright. Let me guess, Dio picked Betray. Yes, they both picked Betray. Dicks. Maybe they wanted to see what would happen if they went above 9. Points have been assigned and subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelets to see your updated bracelet points. Dicks. Hey, what the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me? Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote. Grandpa? Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmayuji? I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door even if we got 9 points. What? So you're not going to leave? Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave. What? Look, see Clover over there? What? Don't tell me. I knew Clove was gonna do some bullshit like this. She can't be trusted. It's kind of a shame. Oh no, I guess I can live here with Phi and Luna. It's my harem. Not too bad of a fate. Oh no, she's that bitch. Wait, Quark, Tenmayuji have... The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmayuji and Quark ran past. No, god damn it. Clover, are you really going to leave? Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door? But why? I'm going to call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior. Tenmayuji, are you and Quark going too? Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, everybody. So, Sigma, happy? Kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me. What a dick. Like hell I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmayuji. If you say so. I have to get out of here. That's that. He's got to pay for what he's done. He? Zero. You mean you know who Zero Senior is? Yeah. No point in keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is. What? Well, we did see the man in the hologram. I wonder if he saw that too. If it's an automated message, then he would see it. The number 9 door has been opened. Remain open for 9 seconds. Well, we know what's behind that door. Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move. Right. Oh, wait. This is for you, Mr. Sigma. Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this? It's a letter. I wrote in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is, so read it, okay? He pressed it into my hand. See you later, Mrs. Sigma. Then he turned and ran towards the door, Tenmayuji and Clover following in his footsteps. I can tell you what Tenmayuji is. He's a bitch. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them before I could think of anything to say. See you. Goodbye. Well, I guess that's what I get. The number 9 door is closed. This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 doors have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay. I wonder if we have enough food and shit. They're gone. All we can do now is hope they bring help back. Indeed. Agreed. Let's read the note. Looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was slightly uneven, but he filled both pages with writing. Began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said that the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home, did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix formula, so he's always carrying the directions around with him. It's not that hard. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. And it was also very dangerous. Guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was really worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing. I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry, though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck. He drove off. Oh, I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. What? I started walking when I was 2, and and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. Man, he started walking late. My daughter's already walking, and she's like 15 months. She's a beast. I didn't get hurt, and that's with a surgery she had to go through. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. Guess you can say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I started helping Grandpa out with his work. Wait a minute. Is this going to turn into like a Sleepaway Camp ending? His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings, but then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, or how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I can go to the theater. The theater came out to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd shown us old news or movies. I went every single week but Grandpa only went once in a while. He'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. Guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd ask her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There were a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that somebody lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he'd brag to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he really didn't want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I don't think it's not that he didn't want you. I just think that he really doubted himself. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to the bar in our neighborhood, during the day of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked to the counter with that grumpy look he has and thought, oh no, he's going to make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on the stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me. I was pretty nervous. Root beer float. Eventually the bartender came back with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. I looked closer and I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. I'd never had soda before. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. I'd never seen one before. So surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. Stared at the float. Still wasn't sure it was real at that point. Turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. Still didn't seem like it could be real. I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. Never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's got to be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but never had tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good until the fight. I was in super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, I don't care. Then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. Were they homeless? I was pretty upset and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he can raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard, though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was, I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop, though, so I just sat there staring at the gloomy gray sky. It's red sky, dude. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, never showed up, and he never showed up. Gave up waiting, deciding it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He spent all night out in the rain looking for me. Felt awful. Grandpa had been out there in the rain looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. It was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they could only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever. His temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk. It took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted me to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he'd been a little too strict. All the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, it just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady. Because of that, he had to give up pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, it felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. Damn, man, you wrote a fucking novel in there. Is that it? Usually this song plays when it's over. So Quark was adopted, and Temuyuji was actually looking for someone. He was looking for a cane from Virtue's Last Reward. So who exactly is Tenmayuji? Who is Tenmayuji? Um, I mean, it'd be weird to think that he was Junpei. They don't really look... Mars mission operator, anyway. Doesn't really look like him, so they gotta have some kind of connection. Temuyuji said he was looking for a woman, and the only picture that Junpei would have would be a one when she was a little girl, and it's the same image of Akane when she's sitting on the hill that Junpei and her sat on together. So could it be? Could it be Junpei? Who knows? But let's see what happens at the end of these credits. I think we already seen these credits, so can we escape? There you go. Tenmyuji. End. We've already seen the credits, and I will run them again afterwards, but in Root Beer Veritas. That was the achievement I got. Yes. We shall overwrite. And we'll take a look at the flowchart. Alright, so we got the Tenmyuji ending. So, what we're going to do next is we're going to go do this ending right here, which is the Alice ending. Sorry, yeah, Alice ending. Then we're going to switch over to this path, which is the Sigma ending, right? Only the main character that you play as, you'll finally get to see his ending. So we're going to do these two endings right here. And then we'll switch back over to the Quark ending. So that'll be about 3 endings. Now, these are going to be the longest, of course, because we have to work all the way back from almost the very beginning to where we actually pick the new door we haven't gone through. Now, we can't do Luna's ending yet, because there's a lock on that boy, and we can't do that ending. So we have to do it in that order. So Alice, Sigma, Quark. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying. I am. If you are, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, because it makes me feel good. And make sure you have a good night. Good night.